Hello and welcome all you animation fans out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, returning with my eternal co-host.
The man, the iron giblets.
And you're listening to another episode of Talking 2D. Done every Sunday, I don't know, sometime after 7. Don't hit me up on this. First topic of tonight is One Piece. First the manga, then the anime. Our first subject is the newest chapter, chapter 1014, and depending on what translation you're going off though, it's either Life's Lousy Actor or The Ham.
An eternal ham actor.
Oh my god, dude. This chapter was a whirlwind.
With content.
What subject do you want to talk about first? Because you could throw a dagger and it would just hit any one of these meaty little chunks.
The beginning where Luffy just straight up falls into the ocean. there's no bullshit. No one's coming to save him. Y'all thought. Nope.
Now, we got like 5 chapters of Luffy falling into the sea. The long shot of Onigashima, the slight shot of Luffy like slowly descending, the close up of the fact that he's knocked the fuck unconscious, a shot of his shoes as he's descending downward, and a shot of the kabloosh as he hits the ocean. There was no saving, there was no helping, it was just straight fucking water.
Now he's sinking. And I'm actually genuinely curious to see how the hell he's going to be rescued now. Oh my god. Do you remember that octopus when they first got to Wano?
Oh, yeah. The weird...
The Kabuki yo punk guy.
Yeah, I was thinking it's either going to be something like that or maybe even the Heart Pirates submarine, because they're still kind of in the waters near Onigashima too, so it could be either or, honestly. It would be a nice callback if it's the octopus, though.
Maybe he leads him to them.
Yeah, there's that. Because I really feel like we need some payoff with that octopus.
He was just there to showcase how wonderful and fucking bonkers this world is.
Also, I don't know about the translation you read, but Kaido's comment about Luffy not being Joy Boy really solidifies the fact that Joy Boy is a title and not so much a specific person.
Apparently.
My only question is, what does it mean? Like, a title? Joy Boy? Like, is it just like a loving title, or does it have relevance? That's my only question. Like, how is it a significant title? In what way?
I personally want to assume that it means you are the inheritor of Joy Boy's will, because that is becoming a recurring theme in One Piece, inheriting someone's will.
Honestly, that just raises even more questions about who was Joy Boy. Like, I don't know, the way Kaido says it really makes it feel like it might not have even been a person, but maybe it was. It's just really unclear. Like, one answer seems to just create 1,000 more questions.
Yeah, so for now we're going to have to just figure out what's going to happen with Luffy, or at least well...
Use your words.
I can words today. My brain is buffering today. I'm very sorry. We can wait, see, and watch. There it is. To find out what happens. So, after Luffy drops, and Kaido makes that comment about him not being Joy Boy, we had the announcement all over Onigashima, and of course the first two who openly defy everything, Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your captain's dead. Surrender. Fuck off!
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, that was pretty much a given, if nothing else. Like, if you just surrender, we'll let you live. It's just like, yeah, no, we're not gonna stop. If anything, that'll just make us rage harder.
Basically. Also, I am liking the knowledge that Chopper has extended his time in Monster Point form. The
Yeah.
absolute shock of the fucking century is that Caesar Clown, of all fucking people, helped him extend it.
I won't lie, that is something that I was actually wondering if that would end up being the case. Because with as long as they had Caesar Clown on their ship, I was always surprised that part of me felt like it made sense that Chopper wouldn't want to ask this dude dilly shit because of the person that he is. On the other hand, it could be a great help to Chopper in some way, shape, or form. So it could have gone either way, but I'm glad there was actually some use for Caesar being on their ship for all that time. Although his implication that there might be some risks involved with being in that form for too long, I don't know how I feel about all that.
It makes me deeply concerned. That makes me deeply concerned because I want to know what the fucking risk is. What are you doing to our boy, Chopper? Yeah, Caesar. Fucking solid ass bitch. What you doing to our boy?
Like, on the one hand, Chopper is actually managing to hold off Queen. On the other hand, he ain't really doing jack diddly.
Stalemate. Realistically.
Well, technically he's getting tag teamed because Sparrow's little punk ass is shooting arrows all over the place. He's just launching those shits indiscriminately at this point.
Yeah, so Sparrow is kind of more of a nuisance right now than anything else.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, dude, like, it's honestly kind of weird because you see people like dead on the ground all over the place with arrows sticking out of them and shit. Chopper has his back riddled with arrows, and it doesn't feel like enough people are actually paying attention to the guy actually launching this shit.
Wait, no. I believe Hyogoro and a few of the others noticed where Sparrow was.
Yeah, they noticed where he was, but I'm just like, a lot of people are already full of arrows, and the fact that he was about to launch another volley, I don't know, just kind of made me feel a certain way, like somebody needs to actively be in that panel stopping him outright.
I mean, I will argue that possibly they could only really gather where his location was after that first volley. Now they're kind of like, okay, he's up there. What the fuck do we do? How the fuck do we get up there? How do we stop him? I wouldn't be surprised if Marco's the one to push things off of Sparrow, or at least, keep him off everyone's back. Where's Nekomamushi?
Currently making his way towards Sparrow to beat that ass.
Okay, so that situation's close to being well in hand.
I'll feel better once it's actively being handled. Also got to see a little bit of Yamato trying his best in order to create a distraction, saying, I have Momonosuke, I'm not your prisoner. They do make the mention that Yamato's sea stone cuffs are off, so whatever ability Yamato could unleash, this is a good time to unleash it. Unfortunately, it's kind of not worth much because one of the Marys has managed to scope out where Momonosuke and Shinobu are hiding out.
So, we're getting real close to the calamity stage of the fight, where shit progressively worse. Like, this is this is like first stage calamity. Onigashima is finally making landfall over Wano. So, this is pretty much their time limit. Y'all better be able to stop these motherfuckers before they reach the flower capital.
Yeah. Although I am wondering what did Momonosuke read within Odin's journal? Because he says, "It seems that I truly must not die," almost as if something big hinges on him living. Whether it be that he might be technically an ancient weapon because of his abilities, much like Shirahoshi, or something else. Not to mention, he ends up hearing some strange voice from somewhere, and we have no clue where it's coming from. So there's definitely something on the way, or something about to, like, seriously happen.
I imagine a sea king, or another animal like the mountain god.
Possibly, but to call, because Momonosuke starts doubling over in pain and shit. So the last thing that actually did that to him would be Zunisha, but unlike with Zunisha, he asks, "Who is that?" I would think he knows Zunisha by now to some degree. And then we pop over to Kinemon and Kiku have managed to find Momonosuke and Shinobu, but suddenly in comes fake Odin, playing them tricks again.
They really wanted us to hate Kanjuro. And I really, really hate Kanjuro.
Yeah. I feel bad for Kiku because, like, this was her time to just finish him off for good. There's plenty of mentions from Kanjuro that, yeah, I'm not living through the wounds that you gave me, but even still he manages to strike at Kiku because Kiku just can't strike down the visage of Odin. Like, it made sense for Ashura Doji because he's fought Odin before and attempted to kill the dude, so it wouldn't be far out for him to at least give it a shot. But for Kiku, basically being raised by Odin, I understand the hesitancy, at least to some degree, but I really hope Kiku doesn't end up dying from this. That's too sad.
Fingers crossed, because it looks like we're losing members of the Akazaya.
Yeah. I mean, good on Kinemon for striking Kanjuro down right then and there. I hope the motherfucker's dead. But, dude, that moment where not even a few pages later, Kaido just comes crashing in like the fucking Kool-Aid Man, and without even missing a beat, just slams his club down on Kinemon. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
Kaido was officially stopped fucking around.
Like, that was the one thing I noticed is like Kaido said nothing. He didn't like say you or anything like that. It was just like, nope. He just gets in there, reels back, slams down, just not McFucking around.
Sight. Hands on sight.
Oh man, I won't lie, I feel so bad, but at the same time I was kind of chuckling because I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, it just happened so quickly. I wasn't even ready for it.
I kind of figured things were about to go real bad when Kaido was just like, yeah, no, Luffy's dead. Y'all better give up. I'm coming downstairs. It's like, y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta go. You are not in a good place to stay. And then in comes Kaido busting in. Oh, yeah! Oh, pain cometh your way.
And it's really hard to tell if, like, I really don't think Kinemon's gonna walk that off. That was a full-on, full-force hit right then and there. Like,
I have a feeling that all of Odin's samurai are about to meet their end one way or another.
Well, a lot of people...
Hero was a turncoat. He was one of them, and they are all dropping like flies.
Yeah. A lot of people have said that it's very reminiscent of the Seven Samurai, where... Spoiler alert for a movie that came out in the 1950s. Of the Seven Samurai, only 3 of them live. So, take that as you will for what's coming next.
Yeah. Oda just might be like, you know what? Not all of them have to live through it. I can do that. He's probably sitting in his chair like, oh, they don't believe me. He's reading the Twitter comments. They don't believe me. Shh. Watch, I say. I'm telling you, man. Once all the confirmed deaths after Wano are finally officially released, expect people to just start crying, bawling their eyes out.
Well, it's one of those situations very similar to with Pedro, because I won't lie, like, for the longest time, I just was in denial on whether or not Pedro was actually dead, mostly because of the shit with, like, Pell and Pound, where it was like, oh, I think they're dead. No, they managed to live through whatever they were going through. Pell especially. He should have got blown up. He should have got blown up. But, like, when Pedro was, like, officially, like, he is dead, he is not coming back, like, to prove it to you, Sparrow lost a fucking arm, and he was very close to that blast. Pedro is bloody chunks. Like, that, when that finally set in after the arc was done, it was just like, oh shit, that really happened. Damn! Oda actually just killed a fairly important character. So, yeah, like you said, once the arc is over and we realize who's actually dead, I'm gonna rewatch this shit and I'm probably gonna cry, because it's just like, damn, that really was the end of them.
The same thing, actually. This is an arc you have to watch, like, start to finish. And I will honestly say it may not hit the same in English, but I'm okay with that.
It's hard to say sometimes. Anything else you wanted to talk about with this chapter?
What did we forget?
I mean, I'm literally looking at the manga panels. Unless you want to talk about the fact that Queen has an attack called a coffee beam. Oh, wait, no, black coffee beam.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the fact that Queen has an attack called black coffee beam?
I want to know why it's called Black Coffee Beam. Like, Queen, what the fuck, bro? You wouldn't call something like that unless there was some kind of sinister purpose behind it. I'm on to your bullshit, you goddamn Ninja Turtle supervillain.
Well, it makes me it makes me wonder if, much like how Frankie is fueled by cola, maybe Queen is fueled by black coffee.
Wouldn't he be fueled by red bean paste? He said that shit was his lifeblood.
I mean, look. Ultimately, Frankie can still eat other food. He has other interests besides cola, so... not to mention, why else do you think that Queen is so fat? It's because he's eating shit that isn't just constituting as fuel.
When you put it that way, it's kind of hard to argue. So I will not.
And,
the rest of the panel is just checking in with everybody else, right?
Yeah, you have, last thing you see of Chopper versus Queen. Queen is once again extending his freaky robotic Brontosaurus neck to bite down on him. Full on chomp. You see a brief panel...
How we can do this, but I know I'm not going to get it.
No, you're not. His freaking Go-Go Gadget neck over here.
Right?
You have a brief panel of Marco, a brief panel of the Frankie Shogun, brief panel of Who's Who and Jimbei duking it out. Apparently Who's Who has decided to forego his saber-toothed tiger form and is going hand-to-hand with Jimbei, so that's happening.
Going.
Yeah. Hyogoro and I think Yape or something, they hear that Kinemon has fallen, which, well, was a lie at that point, but not anymore. Kaido is a little pissed about the damage to Onigashima that Big Mom has done. We see a brief panel of Law, a panel of Kid and Big Mom going at each other. Honestly, he seems to be kind of holding his own for the most part, so good on Kid. Tama starts crying in Nami's arms after hearing what happened to Luffy, as Usopp looks very nervous. The fight between Black Maria, Robin, and Brooke seems to be going almost kind of poorly, because the panel that we see, Brooke is too small to tell what's going on with him, but Robin looks like she's been through some shit. Like, she looks like she fell down a flight of stairs, maybe two. And
Boy, I sure hope she doesn't lose, because that would be really fucking disappointing.
hey, you wanted her to get in a fight. You didn't say you wanted her to win.
I mean, I kind of figured that was implied. The whole point of Straw Hats getting involved in fights is that they gotta win. They gotta build up their clout.
Oh, like Sanji's face down with Caulifla?
More or less, yeah.
And then you end everything off with, during the whole announcement from Bao Huang, that with Sanji and Zoro saying screw that, to the implication that if they put their hands up to show that they've joined Kaido's forces, their lives will be spared. And that's it.
Oh, y'all can kill us.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you can kill me. And yeah, that's about it. Chapter ends with Onigashima reaches the Wano mainland. Next chapter hits June 6th, so no break.
Another break?
No break. I said no break.
My bad. June 6th. Hang on. Sorry. Look at my calendar here.
That's for official release.